afternoon. This is we're Spirit Studios in Arlington, Virginia, and we're introducing a new lady that we found in DC, and she has a lot of topics to talk about, and hope you find it entertaining. She'll be on once a week for an hour, and we're not giving her name yet. We're going to keep her
anonymous.
That's right. Well, we're going to call her Cranky Pants. So what we're going to do is you will be able to call in and maybe or go to Facebook and submit questions, and we'll answer them and put you on the air. And so this is the beginning of the show, and this is done by the Spirit Records. And what we have is our engineer Bill on, and my name is Walter, and I'll be talking to Paige on the first podcast. So welcome.
Yes, try and contain your enthusiasm.
Exactly. Yes.
Woohoo!
And my dog is in.
Yes, the dog.
He's in the room. We have a Jack Russell. Go ahead. What happened to you today as you were driving to the studio? Let us know.
Okay, so I was driving and I was kind of worried that it was rain because it's raining outside. Usually takes longer, and I didn't I just remember that you're supposed to keep your lights on when it's raining outside, and so I'm on Route 29 Lee Highway, and I go to right to get onto Route 50, and then I'll just say this asshole cuts me off because apparently didn't see my lights on or my turn signal, and God, and he had these awful rims. They were like bright purple.
Wow.
It was so ugly. Why do people do that? Anyway, so then I got on Route 50 and it was fine, and then there was a huge a traffic jam on Patrick Henry because it's right by the Home Depot. Mm-hmm. So
Did you see the people outside? You know, in DC, this is the thing about Washington. You can go to any Home Depot and you see hundreds of people just standing outside. This is part of our, I guess, DC experience that I've come accustomed to now, and it's incredible. We have a lot of people without jobs.
Yeah, like yours truly.
That's right. That's why we hired you.
That's why I'm here.
Good.
Yeah. And so, so when I'm driving here, I don't really think people from Virginia can drive. That's just me. But then people from Virginia say that people in D.C. can't drive, and it's not that. It's just that we're always pissed off because we have lots of road rage because we're not a state yet. So, so then I pass the IHOP here on Route 50, and they have the fluffiest pancakes. It's the best orange juice and the coffee. Everything about that IHOP is terrific, and it's very inexpensive. I guess that's probably because of a lot of their clientele are old people. I mean, I don't care, but yeah.
They have a senior discount going on. That's why.
I know. I still have to wait. What is it, 20 years for my discount?
Yeah. You'll have to wait, believe me. But anyways, let me ask you a question. Have you been to this IHOP here on Lee Highway? On Arlington Boulevard?
Oh, yeah. Whenever I have money, I try and go there as much as I can.
Great. What do you like?
It's called a 2x2x2. It's 2 eggs, 2 bacon, 2 pancakes, sausage, etc. Basically, it's 1,000 calories,
wow.
3,000 calories. And, I tell my parents about this because they ask, what I did. And they're like, well, you're going to get fat. I'm like, I'm already fat.
You know what? Paige has been in the armed forces.
Well, not really. I was just at a boot camp at Fort Lost in the Woods. Fort Leonard Wood in Missouri. Yeah, and I kind of understand why they film cops out there a lot.
Yeah, you should tell them your story, what happened and everything. Because to me, when I first met you, I was so intrigued by that because I'm one of those guys that just, I don't know, I could never get up at 5 a.m. That's why I never joined.
Oh, we didn't get up at 5 a.m. We got up at 4:30.
Oh, dear God.
Because I was looking for a job. This was about 6 years ago, and so then I went to a job fair, and it was either become a receptionist, and which I'm not really keen on, or join the Army.
What kind of jobs were they offering you? Receptionist for companies or?
Yeah, I'd rather be a mail clerk or something delivering mail. At least I could interact and because my mind wanders like a million times a minute. So someone will call up and I'll forget how to transfer a call, or I might not do something right. And sometimes I'm not really a people person.
Sometimes you have a bad day. You just have a bad day.
Yeah, or someone might not get my sense of humor. So I just randomly decide to enlist in the National Guard. And the guy called me like a week later. And he's like, so what do you think? I was like, well, sure, why not? And so...
so where did they send you first?
Well, I had to fill out a bunch of forms, and then I had to take I think it's called an ASVAB test, and to see like what you'd be best suited for. But I already decided to be the military police because I had gotten a college degree in criminal justice. And so also then we spent a weekend at some base in like somewhere in Maryland. I don't remember which one it was. Just the weekend. And then but before that I had told my parents, oh, this is great, I love telling this story. So I told my mom, and she's like, oh my God, you're gonna die. I'm like, Mom, it's boot camp. Wait 6 months to tell me this, okay? Just hold your horses. And
Were we at war then? No.
No.
Okay, good.
No. And so then I told my dad, and he was actually pretty cool with it. And but the people down at it's the place, by the RFK Stadium where the big building is, the headquarters is on, I think it's South Capitol Street. And the gentleman that I was talking with, he said, are you sure you want to be military police? Because you'd be sent to Fort Leonard Wood. And apparently no one likes that place. I was like, well, whatever. So then...
where's Leonard Wood?
Yeah, Fort Leonard Wood. It's
in Maryland.
No, it's in Missouri.
Oh, wow.
This is Missouri. And so then... Then I got there, and then, and then I told my friends, and they're like, but you'll be showering with other women. You'll be naked. I'm like, well, I'm assuming that we all have the same parts, so what's the problem?
So did you have anything interesting on the way? Did you have to go with other women? Did you have a private flight? I mean,
no. Like, we flew, I flew to St. Louis. And they have like their like the military little area where you can there's like beds and stuff where you go and you can like rest up, in between flights or whatever. And so then a group of us were picked up by a bus and then driven 2 hours to Fort Leonard Wood. But so we didn't really get there till like maybe 2 a.m. or something. But they had to circle around and said, oh, we're lost. I'm thinking, no, we're not lost. They're just trying to delay everything and make us, be fearful. And also people are like, well, you're going to get yelled at. I'm like, I get yelled at anyways. I try and look at the positive side of things no matter what, so.
So did they get you up the first day at 4:30 in the morning?
Yeah, so I got maybe like an hour or so ahead of time. But that wasn't really, it's before you start the boot camp, you spend a week, I don't remember the name of it, so just waking up and doing like the basics things before you go off to the official boot camp. It's like a separate area on the base.
Oh, that's cool. And so did you meet your sergeant? Was it a lady of 34 years old?
No, actually, no. It was I guess the head like drill sergeant or whatever. He was from the South. He had like the thick country accent.
Oh, a southern sergeant.
Yeah, I mean, well, most of the people that are in the military from the South, like low-income families, and
Yeah, you told me something about that, didn't you?
Yeah, like 18, like right after high school.
Yeah, that's sad. Yeah.
And so then, luckily, because I had a degree, I went in as a specialist.
Oh.
And I think that's like maybe like an E3 or an E4, and so I was making like $2,000 a month.
Wow.
I know, it's better than any other job out there.
And this was a few years back, right?
Yeah. This is back. When I was about 30. So then,
So how'd you come back to Washington?
So like maybe like the second weekend I fell, and then I fell on my knees, and that's when they found out that I had stress fractures on my knees and ankles, because basically I don't really take good care of myself. I wasn't taking vitamins or whatever. Basically, I was old, and I had these old bones. And so then they asked me if I wanted to continue on and start all over again. But see, the recovery would be maybe at least 3 or 4 months. Then I'd have to do it all over again, which would be another 6 months, and I'm not spending a year and a half in Missouri. I'm sure it's a lovely state, but
yes, of course. But was it like recovery in a hospital or just?
oh no, like just they there were a lot of X-rays. They gave me some vitamins, some lovely painkillers.
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah, there's a big thing going around the country right now as we're speaking about people that have problems with
Addiction.
Addiction, yeah. I've been hearing so much about that. DC, we really don't run into that many problems because here everybody wants to make it, so they all come to DC to really, lift up their lives.
Well, they're not they're not dumb enough to let us have our own painkillers all the time. So we would have to go at certain times,
right?
And sometimes it would require food. Well, obviously, because of aspirin and ulcers and whatnot. So
thank God you didn't get used to it.
No, but it's no. Well, they gave me naproxen, but apparently that didn't work, and I had crutches as well, and I didn't have to wear the uniform boots. I could wear my regular sneakers, which is great.
So, what are you going to do this year? What is the favorite thing that you want to do this year? Do you want to still be cranky every once in a while? Or?
Oh yeah, I'm always going to be cranky. I'm always going to be opinionated.
You should tell them what you do. The reason we met is because I was talking to her once, and she said, "Well, I just put it out there. I'll just say, the F word, and then I get all these people that come back at me, and then I have conversations with them." And I was intrigued by that. I was like, "Really? And why do you do that?" So explain to them why you do that.
Why I swear a lot?
No, why do you put that out there first, and then you get people right away responding to your comments? I don't know where you put them.
Oh yeah. So no, you mean like back in the AOL chat room days, like when I would okay. So yeah, back in the day. Yeah, I'm really old by saying that. I would go into the AOL chat rooms and I'd just be bored because. Well, apparently I have this, quote, mild form of ADHD, which is like saying you're only half schizophrenic, And so I would get bored, and so I'd just be like, fuck you, and some random chat room, and whoever responded, I would just start cussing them out, talking about their mother, being fat or stupid or ugly or something like that, and it would just go on, and then I would just leave. Of course, that would also get me booted off of AOL, but then I would call them and be like, oh no, that was my cousin or my younger sister who I don't have. My imaginary sibling did it, not me, sorry, because, they can't exactly verify it. There's, like, no webcam or whatever.
So you were like Sybil.
Yeah,
Remember Sybil? The lady that had
I love that movie. Sally Field, yeah.
Yes, that was great. I love that. Maybe you should be starring in it the next time, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Well, I guess if I have like 3 cups of coffee, I could be like Sybil. I only had 2 today, so.
We'll get you one before the break. And what we're going to do is, I guess, announce that, that you'll be coming on every week and talking about different topics. And, next time what we'll do is we'll have a phone, and what we'll have them call in, and we'll carry it on from there on, and then you'll be on your own, because I'm just introducing her tonight, and I think she's going to be on her own, just a perfect storyteller, and somebody that's going to keep everybody warm, happy, and
warm, fuzzy feelings inside.
Exactly. Do you have any other things that happened in New Year's? What'd you do in New Year's?
Oh, I just watched a marathon of one of my favorite British crime drama shows, Waking the Dead. Not The Walking Dead, not that zombie crap, whatever. No, Waking the Dead. And then I went to bed around like 12:30.
You know what's funny? My son works on Walking the Dead. He's the one that does...
yeah, you mentioned that.
Yeah, he does a lot of that editing. He works in New York, and it's funny, it's picked up all over the country, and like the fans are like diehard fans. Like if you get one thing wrong, they're gonna like shit themselves. I watched just a few seconds of it, and I picked up on it, and there's enough killing, enough meat for to feed a whole China. They're killing people all the time.
Well, that's the other thing. Like, have you noticed, like, the lawns and the grass are always mowed? Like, who does that?
Yeah.
Like, are zombies just mowing, lawns in their spare time when they're not eating brains? Like, how does that work?
I think going back to New Year's. Did you see that Maria Carey was singing?
Yes, she like lip synced or whatever.
Yes, I heard about that, and I didn't get to see it, but I'm sure a lot of people saw that.
Well, then she tried to. I think she said she covered by having the audience sing the words instead. I mean, she hasn't really been, I guess, popular since. Well, she went crazy. You know that, right?
What do you think of her?
Oh, I love her voice. I love how she can hit those really high octaves. But I always kind of thought she was a little crazy. Then she was crazy, and it just doesn't surprise me anymore. And then she got married to Nick Cannon. I'm thinking, oh, Jesus. And now Nick Cannon is in D.C. at Howard University, earning some degree in whatever. And
oh, that's right. The guy, he's a host on TV with
like America's Got Talent or whatever.
Exactly.
Yeah, just I'd love to meet her. She seems cool, but I don't want to like say the wrong thing and trigger her crazy.
I think all people that make it in show business are a little harder to deal with because they have so much shit going on too. You gotta understand. They have to deal. It's like a business. I was talking to one of my colleagues, and the more people get famous, I think the harder it is for them to live in this world because their demand is.
Well, yeah, and they become like divas or devos or whatever because they're like, oh, I have to have a certain bottled water or a certain candy or a certain, I don't know, fluffy pillow or something.
That's funny.
Well, no, it's because it's like here in D.C., like a lot of the council members are like the coolest people ever because I've known them for a while and like. We're not like best friends, but Eleanor Holmes Norton, she's like very down to earth. She's like one of the coolest people I know, and she always remembers me. So I get super excited about that.
Oh, that's wonderful. So you've known her since you were young.
Well, yeah, going maybe like 10 or so years. Yeah, and she even if my dad will ever run into her or any of the like the mayor, whoever, they'll always ask about me. But my dad always forgets. Like, oh yeah, so and so want to know about you. I was like, well, who's so and so? There's like. What is it, like 500,000 people that live in D.C.? Let's try and narrow it down there, Chief.
Well, it won't take long before they know you, and, we'll be glad to invite them and, have a nice talk with them about things, also issues, and I don't know, we'll try to do everything by what comes, because in D.C. everything is so regulated, and
tell me about it.
What we want to do is have a little area where we're just going to have a great time and enjoy and talk about what's going on. And I guess yesterday, I got to mention it. The sports teams here in D.C. always have a bad year. And I didn't see it, but they lost, apparently.
They got like the Giants got a last like 5-second touchdown, and then there was a flag on the play.
Yeah, I didn't get to see it because I was working on things, but it was... Yeah, but...
Oh, the hockey team won? That's great. At least DC's winning at something.
Yes. What do you think of that guy, Ovechkin, or what is his name?
I don't really follow hockey. Like, I've been waiting since 1992 for the Skins to win another Super Bowl.
But I'm going to try to go see the Capitals because I tell you why. They look like they're doing a good job, and every year they keep getting close to it, and a lot of the people really support them. They really love them. I know some friends that actually travel to where they play.
Oh yeah, like the hardcore fans.
Yes, I don't know how they do that. I mean, seriously, I have a job. I'm sure I can't go, 1 day or 2 days, and I'd be fired. But
that's a bit stalkerish, don't you think?
If you have it, you can do it. You only live once, I think.
Well, plus in hockey, they're allowed to fight each other. That's what I like.
Yeah, they get to take their anger out.
Punch them in the face.
And leave it out there in the middle of the ice. Have you ever tried ice skating?
I did when I was little, but...
Were you good at it?
Not really. My feet always pointed inward.
Yeah. I think that's part of... Everybody, they tend to go that way.
Well, it's like with the Olympics. I only watch like the ice skating and the gymnastics. Like nothing else is really interesting.
Oh, really? Did you watch this last one?
No.
No?
Well, bits and pieces.
So what do you do during the day? What is your modus operandi during the day? I mean, you get up, you brush your teeth, you do this, you drink a couple cups of coffee, and then you enjoy yourself doing what? You go shopping? I mean, what do you do?
Well, I have no money, so there goes the shopping. Well, I'm supposed to be looking for a job, but my car broke down, and it's not the battery either. And so, like, since I have no money, my dad has to pay for everything, and he complains about that. And I'm telling him, like, Dad, I told you so. This car is going to break down again, and I'll be up Schitt's Creek without a paddle. He's like, oh, no, just drive it 2 to 3 times a week. It'll be fine. Well, then I got sick. Then it broke down again, and then it broke down again. And so I can't.
What did you get sick of?
Oh, it's my usual sinus infection, upper respiratory, whatever, because I have horrible allergies.
Yeah, you know why? Because we live in Washington, and Washington,
Well, actually, D.C. is a swamp.
A swamp, yeah.
Well, kind of still is.
And the weather, when you come to D.C., guys, you're going to feel it right away.
Yeah.
Right away. As soon as you get off that plane, because I was in Nashville and I came back, and believe it or not, I felt it. I was like, kind of like, this is not very good for me.
Yeah, like one side of my nose will get stuffed up whenever I'll fly into Reagan Airport.
Yeah, that's weird, isn't it? But other than that, the city is a beautiful city. You guys.
Oh, it
come.
is. I love it.
And now we have the African American.
The Smithsonian thing downtown.
Yes, I haven't been there yet, but I'm dying to go see it because some friends have worked on it, and I've seen pieces of it that they showed me, and I would love to see that, but
Well, yeah, because like I tell people that I live in Georgetown, because if I tell them that I live in Burleith, they're like, what?
Where do you live?
Burleith. It's like a 4x4 block radius. It's a very small little. It's it's between Georgetown and Glover Park.
Oh.
But I'm really excited because I'm right by Georgetown University and the Exorcist Steps, and like N Street is where all the senators live, and. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I could be a tour guide, and I know, like, because...
Maybe you should start your own tour guide.
Yeah, because...
You could,
Yeah, because the Bush twins, Jenna or whoever they were, they lived in a cloistered area, like where at the same time my sister lived there, and then plus when JFK was a senator, he lived on Dent Place, so, like, I know all these random facts of information, so that always helps. So I get all excited whenever, like, friends come.
Oh, okay. So have you been to the White House yet? No.
Oh, yeah, no, I did actually. Like maybe 3 or 4 years ago, I wanted to tour, and I had to. There were like 5 checkpoints.
So did you meet Mr. Obama?
Oh no. Oh, I would have loved to because he seems really cool. Him and Michelle, and so then like you can take pictures, but you can take videos. So this guy's like, oh no, man, what are you doing? I'm like.
You can't take pictures.
No, I can. I took pictures. They just won't allow me to take video. I'm like, ma'am, you can't do that. I'm like, Really? Pictures, but no video? How does that work?
Yeah.
But you can't, you can't argue with the Secret Service because I don't want to get tased or maced.
Yeah. Have you seen the new things that they've done around it now? They've raised...
the fence?
The fence, yeah.
Why do people jump over that fence?
And it's funny, that's a thing that we're going to get into also. What do you think of this guy coming into the presidency?
Oh, God.
I know.
Fucking asshole.
Just tell them all about how a lot of people in Washington... First, I'm going to tell you guys that Washington usually is 99.9 Democratic.
Yeah.
So for us, it's kind of like a little bit...
Well, I think it's because Hillary lost because of the whole email scandal.
You think that was it?
Yeah.
Part of it?
Mm-hmm. Why... I mean, you can just look at Trump. I mean, well, actually, no, Trump does have a son who's a Democrat. But see, then he said something nasty about women. I was like, well, fuck it. I thought I would give him some, some hope, some credit, maybe. He's he's pro-choice, he's pro-gun or whatever. He's basically the opposite of everyone else. And God.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting 4 years. We're going to deal with it. But I think people are going to get back to working on finding a candidate. Because, I don't know, have you seen... I mean,
Well, see, John,
we don't have anyone right now that I can really, come into my head and say, this is somebody I would back up right away, right? Am I right?
I think John Kerry was going to win or run. No, who's that? No, who's the one from Delaware? Who's the vice president?
Biden.
Yeah, that's
Biden,
it.
yeah.
He was gonna run, or was it? Well, someone's son died of cancer.
Yes, Biden.
So, but he was gonna run.
He had a terrible mishap in his life. Poor guy. I think it's happened twice, right? So far.
Well, and everyone's saying that like Hillary has she has something on her tongue. They're like calling it end stage syphilis or brain cancer or whatever. I was like,
Where
come
did
on.
you hear that?
It's these Republicans. It's Trump and his little henchmen. I mean, like Trump's like BFFs with Putin. So that's other than women's rights, we're like doubly screwed with that.
Oh my God.
And so, people are like, get rid of the electoral college. I was like, no, let's just not have Republicans, run. Just screw it,
You just wanted to go ahead and omit them completely.
I should have run for president, like I'm 36, so yeah, like I could technically run, but I'm horrible I hate public speaking. Sometimes I hate people.
You're doing this fantastic.
Yeah, I'm just really nervous.
Don't be, because you know what? The best thing about doing something like this is just to be, we're doing it because somebody provided the time, like this company, for you to come out and hit on all these issues. And I'm sure there's ladies out there that would love to be in your place, wanting to spoken.
Yeah. Plus, my Facebook friends would like to know the link and stuff because I told them.
Oh, that's great. That's great. I'm sure it's going to get going on the Facebook and all these places. But what we want to do is we want to touch up on things like. I don't know. How's the music scene with you? What do you like? What kind of music do you like? What do you listen to? Do you listen to rap?
Well, I don't really have. Well, I'm a dork when I say this, but like my favorite artists are Rick Springfield and the band. You ever heard of the band?
Of course. Yes.
Yeah, I love them, and well, of course they're all like dead except for maybe like one or two of them. But usually it's just rock, maybe classical, anything that sounds good.
So anyone current that you like?
No.
No?
Well, actually, no. They had a Backstreet Boys, New Kids on the Block. They keep having those reunions, the concerts, and I want to go to one of those really bad.
Oh.
But see, like I kind of think the music died when the boy band started.
Oh.
But I usually listen to like 97.1 or 107.3.
What about these girl singers now? That are dominating most of the music and. That comes from...
Oh, like Beyonce and all that.
Yes. Do you listen to them?
Not really.
No? I kind of find it interesting.
And I'm getting tired of Taylor Swift. I hate her.
You do?
Yes.
Wow. She's created a very large audience, specifically with kids 14, 15 on to, 18 or 20? And she keeps growing and growing. And I think, the thing about her is But
anyone that dates her is screwed, like, and not in a good way,
Yeah.
Because she'll be writing a song about them, and then there's a whole, like, Tom Hiddleston thing, and everyone said they were fake dating, which I think is totally true. I'm getting sick of her.
Who is that guy? Who?
He's like a nobody. He,
Okay.
Well, he was on the...
He was an actor.
Yeah, he's an actor.
Right.
He's on he's actually, I think, nominated for a Golden Globe for whatever night something or other that he's on, and, there was rumors that he was going to be the new James Bond. I'm like, really? I would be a better James Bond than him. And I have zero acting experience. Give me a freaking break.
Well, you got two bad knees. I don't think.
Yeah, right. And don't forget my ankles.
Yeah.
I can't really touch my feet. Oh.
Did you know that this young lady speaks also French? So.
No, I don't.
No, you don't?
No.
Oh, Jesus.
I know you think I
was
would because
wrong.
my mom is French, but
Yeah. Okay, so you just wanted to have an English accent.
no. Yeah, just a British accent. So
For the next pod, maybe you can practice that.
Right. I'm pretty good with accents, except for like the Irish one.
Oh, okay.
Can't really do that or Scottish.
That'll be your creed. You'll sound like.